From the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, a Valentine's Day clash, the first of a three-game series. And for both teams, it's more than just a game. It's a statement in their conference opener. Is leading things off for Emory and Henry is Jarrett Foley. We're getting right into this one with Ryan Higgins towing the rubber for Carson-Newman. First pitch of today's ball game falls in for a strike at 12:00 o'clock on the dot. Right on time for our start today in the South Atlantic Conference opener for both teams. Second pitch of the at-bat, that one's taken high, and it's a 1-1 count. The undefeated 7-0 Carson-Newman Eagles make their way onto the field, fire in their eyes, looking to extend their perfect record. The ball will miss down low and put their claim into history for the best start in modern program history. Standing in their way, Emory and Henry, sitting at 1-5, looking to shake their record on the year as another called strike will fall in. It's a 2-2 count. But don't let the record get you wrong. This is a conference opener for Emory and Henry, looking to make a statement against Carson-Newman, who is yet to fall this season. Higgins sets and fires the 2-2. It's a bouncing ball back up the middle, picked up by the shortstop Jenkins. The throw on to Floyd is in time for the first out. And there's quickly one away as it brings up Tristan Hensley. Hensley batting a .182 on the year. So the question for this game and this doubleheader is, will the Eagles soar to new heights, or will the Wasps sting their momentum and turn things around to start their South Atlantic Conference slate? The first delivery to Hensley will miss outside, and it's a 1-0 count. Yet to allow a run to cross the plate this year in 12 innings pitched, has only allowed 5 base hits across 2 appearances against King and Charleston of West Virginia. The 2-0 slides right into the strike zone, and it's a 2-1 count. Higgins, a 3-pitch repertoire, the fastball, slider, and changeup working for the sophomore from Spotsylvania, Virginia. 2-1, swung on and fouled off. Just got a piece of it, and it lands into the chest protector of the catcher, Nicholas Castellana. So we'll take a look at the starting lineup for Emory and Henry, as well as the defensive positioning for Carson-Newman. Hensley waits on the delivery, and he'll foul it off into the screen. We'll do it again. Jared Foley grounded out to short. Tristan Hensley, the current batter. Second baseman Steven Smith bats third, with Jacob Beber, the first baseman, batting cleanup. 5 holes the DH. Caden Howell, followed by the 6, 7, 8, 9 of the third baseman Jack Ferguson. Catcher Cam Bailey, left fielder Matt Hill, and shortstop Jarrett Hoppes. A called strike on the outside part of the plate puts Hensley down on strikes. It's the first strikeout for Ryan Higgins today. And there's quickly 2 up, 2 down. And it takes us to the leading batter for Emory and Henry this season. Batting .440 on the year with a 4-game hitting streak is Steven Smith. Smith will take the first pitch down the gut, just probably on the outside portion of the plate for the right-handed hitting Smith. And it's an 0-1 count. The deal to Smith, another slider. That one will miss this time upstairs. Smith batting .440 on the year on a 4-game hitting streak in the Wasp last series against Francis Marion, went 7 of 13. The 1-1 delivery, chopping ground ball to the hot corner. Gibson throw across the diamond. It's low, but it's scooped by Floyd. Saves a potential error, and the throw across the diamond puts the Wasps 3 up, 3 down in the first inning. We'll have more for you and the Eagles coming to bat on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Back here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, Ryan Jenkins set to lead things off, but we'll introduce you to the pitcher, Jacob Nestor, for Emory and Henry. Right-handed pitching junior has the lone winning decision for this Wasp pitching staff. Nestor is a right-handed pitcher out of Hillsville, Virginia, a transfer from Bluefield State. 1-0 record on the year, a 3.97 ERA in 11 1/3 innings pitched. He'll have to take on Ryan Jenkins, Spencer Williams, and Logan Floyd, due up for the Eagles this inning. The shortstop, right fielder, and first baseman. Tanner Kilgore is the cleanup batter as the designated hitter. Nicholas Castellana, the catcher, and Cole Nathan, the second baseman, go 5-6 in the batting order. And the bottom of the order for the Eagles, Aiden Gibson, Braxton Smith, and Trey Miller making up third base, left field, and center field. First pitch from Nestor on the way, shows bunt pulling back, and it's a called ball inside. Jenkins batting .385 on the year, hitting .500 as the leadoff batter of an inning. The 1-0. This time it's called a strike, high and tight. 86-mile-per-hour fastball for Jacob Nestor, who delivers his third pitch of the bottom of the first. A called strike right down the middle on a breaking ball that cuts in at 75, and it's a 1-2 count. So here comes the 1-2 to the Eagles' leadoff batter. It's fouled off, and we'll do it again. If you're just tuning in, bottom of the first, no score, no base runners as the Wasps went 1-2-3 in the top of the first. South Atlantic Conference opener for both Carson-Newman and Emory and Henry. Now the 1-2 delivery, taken outside. Slider that just kept going all the way out of the strike zone. Count goes even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. A bouncing ball, that's actually a line drive that will land just north of the second base bag, and it pops in for a single up the middle. The leadoff man is aboard for Carson-Newman as Ryan Jenkins gets a leadoff single. Defensively for Emory and Henry, it's Halen left, Foley in center, Hensley in right. The infield left to right, Ferguson at third, Hoppus over at short, Smith at second, and Beber is over at first base. Nestor is the pitcher, with Bailey behind the plate doing the catching. First pitch to Spencer Williams is taken down low after showing bunt for a ball. Appeal down, and the field umpire, Chuck Henson, says no swing, and a good time to introduce our field crew and our umpires for today's game. Chuck Henson is the field umpire. Scott Alexander will man first base, and Derek Gibson is the man behind the plate, calling the balls and strikes. The 1-0 delivery, this time it's laid down. A bunt goes up to the third base side. Ferguson will throw onto first, and it gets him. So a sacrifice bunt from the second batter of the ballgame for Carson-Newman pushes Jenkins into scoring position, and there's one away. It was a nice charge by the third baseman Ferguson, and just beat him. Beber was able to get it into his glove prior to Williams touching the bag, and it was a closer play than I think Emory and Henry expected it to be. Now brings up Logan Floyd, who's batting .333 on the year. Look back towards second base from Nestor. Now fires the pitch low and away for ball 1. Carson-Newman just a little under a week since their last game. We're supposed to play a midweek on Tuesday, then got rescheduled to Wednesday against arch rival Tusculum. However, the weather here in East Tennessee forbid that game from being played. Breaking ball high and tight. That will miss for ball 2. 65-mile-per-hour curveball. Just lands up near the chin of the sophomore Logan Floyd. 2 balls, no strikes. Nestor sets, fires. It's a swing and a miss over the top of it for strike 1. 74-mile-per-hour changeup. Nestor seems to have 3 different pitches in 3 different 10 spots. If it's in the 80s, it's a fastball. In the 70s, it's his changeup. And if it's in the 60s, it's his curveball. The 2-1 delivery. Fastball will be delivered. Chopper heading over to second. Smith picks it up and flips it onto the first baseman in time for the out. And with 2 aboard, or 2 away, I should say, it puts a runner at third base just 90 feet away from the opening run of the ballgame. It's going to be up to the designated hitter, Tanner Kilgore, to drive him in. Kilgore batting .321 and somehow gets even better the more pressure you put him under. First delivery is low and away for ball 1. Mentioned he's a .321 batter. With runners aboard, he's batting .381. With runners in scoring position, he's batting .400. So the bigger the moment is, the better Kilgore seems to do. We'll see how he does in this situation, as he'll take a called strike off of a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike, runner at third. Bottom of the first, no score yet. The 1-1, high and away, that's ball 2. Carson-Newman wearing white pants with a navy blue stripe up the side, navy blue belts, and navy blue tops to match. Eagles written in block letters in white with orange outlines across the front, similar numbers on the back. Here comes the 2-1 from Nestor. It's taken low, and it's ball 3. Runner at third is Ryan Jenkins, who got aboard with a leadoff single. A sac bunt and a groundout pushed him to third, and now it's a 3-1 hitters count to the cleanup batter and designated hitter, Tanner Kilgore. 3-1, taken down the heart of the plate for a called strike. Nestor favoring that changeup so far. 3-2, runner at third, and the payoff pitch from Nestor. It's a swing and a chopper heading up to short. Hoppus picks it up to throw on to first, is in time for the out. And Nestor escapes the smallest of jams, strands a runner at third. No score through an inning of play here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman Athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Back here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. No score through an inning of play for Carson-Newman and Emory and Henry in both teams' conference openers. Start of a new season, and for Emory and Henry, who went 1-5 through the first 6 games of the season, looking to wipe that slate clean and start conference play with an undefeated start with a win today. As Carson-Newman, looking to stay perfect, went undefeated through the first 2 weeks of the season. Now are looking to stay undefeated with a sweep today in today's doubleheader against Emory and Henry. A lot going on around Mossy Creek today. Beach volleyball getting underway today. Carson-Newman men's and women's basketball hitting the road today to get down to Wingate for tomorrow's matchup, as it will be the cleanup batter Jacob Beber stepping into the batter's box to take on Ryan Higgins. Higgins had 14 pitches in the first inning. First pitch swinging, ground ball to second. Nathan will pick it up and fire onto Logan Floyd. One away on one pitch on a 4-3 ground out. Brings up the designated hitter, Caden Howell. Batting .235 on the year, went 3 of 9 against Francis Marion in that series. Didn't have the best ending to that series against the Patriots, striking out 3 times in the final game of that 3-game set. First pitch taken inside for a called ball 1. Carson-Newman softball playing 2 today against USC Aiken and Lander. Didn't go the way they wanted it to in that first game against USC Aiken, as another pitch will miss outside for ball 2. It's a 2-0 count. Carson-Newman trailed 3-0 in that softball game against USC Aiken through 2 innings of play and brought it back. The 2-0 delivery outside again, and it's a 3-0 count to Caden Howell, expecting the red light to be on here. Eagles then took the lead in the top of the 4th. Aiken took it right back in the bottom of the 4th. That's where it stayed until the 6th inning. The 3-0, that finally catches the strike zone high and away. Still a hitter's count 3-1. Carson-Newman plated 2 in the top of the 6th inning to tie the ball game at 5 down in Greenwood, South Carolina. The 3-1 delivery, that one's hit hard on the ground to Nathan, the second baseman. He'll throw it on to Floyd. Back-to-back 4-3 groundouts for Emory and Henry. Nathan to Floyd's been working so far. Higgins has induced 4 ground balls to Emory and Henry. 4 of the 5 outs recorded have been groundouts to the infield. And it brings up the 6-hole hitter, Jack Ferguson. Called strike low and away. Ferguson is put into the 6-hole to try to provide a spark of life, a .429 batter, and a .789 portion of this batting order that has not produced much for the Wasps so far. Foul ball up the first base line, and it's now 0-2. Well, back to softball, bottom of the 6th inning, USC Aiken was able to launch a 2-run home run to center field, take a 7-5 lead. Carson-Newman couldn't respond in the top of the 7th, and Aiken prevailed 7-5. A swing and a miss over the top for Jack Ferguson. 3 up, 3 down for the second consecutive inning. Second strikeout for Ryan Higgins. Eagles bats get back to work when we return on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Back here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Bottom of the second inning, only one base runner for either team to speak of. It was the Eagles' Ryan Jenkins, who led off the bottom of the first with a base hit. Worked his way around to third base before being stranded there. An oddly high amount of ground balls today, including the sacrifice bunt from Spencer Williams in the last inning. All 3 outs recorded to the Eagles have been ground outs, and 4 of the 6 from Emory and Henry have been ground outs to the infield. It's been quite an easy day for the outfielders today. That is so far. Leading things off for Carson-Newman, bottom two, is Nicholas Castellana. First pitch comes inside, and that will miss for ball one. Castellana batting .476 on the year. An absolutely ridiculous on-base percentage of .607 as he'll have a swinging bunt back to the pitcher, and that will be yet another ground out. Nestor throws on to Beber for the first out of the inning. Tried to check his swing, went into play, and rolled on a slow roller right back to Nestor. Had an exit velo of just 44 miles per hour. And it brings up the second baseman, Cole Nathan. Number 6, bats in the 6 hole. He'll wait on the first pitch from Nestor, cuts inside and taken for ball one. The 1-0 delivery. That one's chopped, heading over to second, picked up by Smith. The throw to Beber, it's a close one, but it's in time. All 5 outs recorded to Carson-Newman have been on the ground so far. And it brings up the 7-hole batter, Aiden Gibson, batting .400. Aiden Gibson, the third baseman, native of Cleveland, Tennessee, as he'll foul the first pitch off for strike one. Attended Walker Valley Community College before transferring over to Division II Carson-Newman. The 0-1 delivery. This one's hit into left field. It was just a bloop single into left, and Gibson takes a big turn before pulling back into first base. Was going to mention Aiden Gibson batting .400 on the year. That's very impressive. How about batting .800 with 2 outs? And that will only go up after that 2-out single. That brings up Braxton Smith. Smith, the left fielder, hailing from Cleveland, Tennessee, and Walker Valley as well. Teammates with Aiden Gibson, who's now an attempted pickoff away over at first base. Slid in safely after the tag from Beber. Gibson, stolen base attempt, but a foul ball will push him back to first. Gibson does have 2 stolen bases on the year, 2 for 2. So a decent amount of speed from the 7-hole hitting third baseman. A look down. The 0-1 fouled back into the screen. Back-to-back foul balls have pushed the count to 0-2. Mentioned beach volleyball getting underway today against Lynchburg and the Florida State College of Jacksonville. The 0-2 picked off back to first, but in safely yet again is Aiden Gibson. Expecting about a 3 o'clock start time for Carson-Newman softball, taking on host of the Lander Bearcat Invitational, Lander University. The 0-2 runner goes and it's fouled off. We'll do it again. 3 pitches, 3 foul balls by Braxton Smith against Jacob Nestor. 90-mile-per-hour high fastball. Just couldn't quite barrel it up. Now the 0-2. This one's hit on the ground over to third. Picked up by Ferguson. Throw across the diamond. Was able to make the tag on Smith himself despite the foot coming off the bag, and it's another ground out for Carson-Newman. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We're through 2 complete, scoreless on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Back here from the Eagle Sports Network. Ryan Higgins towing the rubber for his third inning of work. He'll take on the 7-8-9 portion of the batting order. Cam Bailey, the catcher, Matt Hill, the left fielder, and Jarrett Hoppus, the shortstop. Only one of those three has a base hit on the year, and it's the man stepping up to the plate in Camden Bailey. Bailey, 3 for 13 on the season. Does have 5 strikeouts to counteract his 3 hits, however. Went 1 for 6 in the series against Francis Marion down in South Carolina. First pitch of the inning from Higgins finds its way into the strike zone for a called strike. 78-mile-per-hour changeup from Higgins hits the high and tight corner. A 0-1 delivery taken outside for a ball. Emory and Henry wearing their road grays. A blue and yellow stripe up the side of the pants with a navy blue belt. Gray jerseys on top to match. The 1-1 delivery taken well inside, and that's ball 2. Navy blue block lettering with yellow outlines on the back. The Wasps word mark on the front of the jerseys, also in navy blue with yellow outlines. 2-1 delivery. Chopping ground ball heading to short, picked up by Jenkins. Throw on to first, and Floyd has got it. It's a 6-3 ground out. There have been 5 balls put into play by Emory and Henry. All of them have been on the ground. Brings up the left fielder, Matt Hill, still looking for his first base hit of the inning. It's been a rough go of things for the left fielder so far. 0 of 14 to start the year with 8 strikeouts. First pitch high and inside for ball 1. Has struck out in at least once in all 4 games that he's played. On opening day, did have 2 walks and a stolen base against Anderson in a non-conference matchup against another South Atlantic Conference team. Ball taken upstairs, and it's a 2-0 count. .2-0 delivery taken well high and inside as well, and now Matt Hill is ahead in the count. 3 balls and no strikes. Jarrett Hoppus stands on deck. 7 straight batters have been retired to start the ballgame. The 3-0 finds its way inside for a called strike on the fastball. Now the 3-1 delivery. That one cuts its way into the strike zone. 79-mile-per-hour changeup. And it's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. No swings yet from Matt Hill. Now has to protect with 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch is swung on and grounded over to third. Picked up by the third baseman Gibson on to Floyd. 8 in a row sat down. Six groundouts, 2 strikeouts through the first 8 batters, and it brings up the shortstop Jarrett Hoppus, who's making just his second start and first appearance since opening day for the true freshman. First delivery to Hoppus is taken down the middle for a called strike on the 88-mile-per-hour fastball. Now the 0-1. Taken just outside for ball 1. Hoppus went 0 for 1 with a walk. Later came around to score on opening day against Anderson. Now the 1-1 delivery Bouncing ground ball. Tough play for the shortstop Jenkins. The throw on to first. Did it beat him? It did. One time through the batting order for Emory and Henry. No base runners to speak of. We head to the bottom of the third. Eagles coming up to bat on the Eagle Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Back here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex here in Jefferson City, Tennessee. It's a cold one today, coldest game of the year, despite it being so far obviously the latest in the year that a game's been played here. Trey Miller, the center fielder, will step into the batter's box for Carson-Newman University. First pitch from Jacob Nestor is fouled back into the screen for strike one. So an 0-1 count to Trey Miller, who leads off the inning. He's batting .450 on the year. Shows bunt, lays it down, but it's called a foul ball. Derek Gibson, an animated point towards the plate as the home plate umpire, and rules that it was foul, so it's now an 0-2 count for the center fielder, Trey Miller. Got an interesting three-game set this weekend between Emory and Henry and Carson-Newman. Here comes the 0-2 to Miller from Nestor, and it's fouled off. Just a blooper up the first base line, and we'll do it again. 2 games today, a 9-inning game now, and then a 7-inning game later in a doubleheader between the Wasps and Eagles. No game tomorrow, as there's expected to be rainfall in the Jefferson City area. The 0-2 comes inside. It will plunk him right on the shoulder. And I want to say, if my anatomy lessons serve me right on the scapula. So back to the top of the order after the hit by pitch. Miller with a leadoff batter aboard, and I've mentioned it again and I'll say it again. You like the fact that you have a runner on base. You hate the fact that it was a hit by pitch. Ryan Jenkins, the shortstop, led off the Eagles' offensive game with a single back in the first inning. He'll take the first pitch outside for a ball. Trey Miller faked going to second base on that previous pitch. He does have 2 stolen bases on the year in as many attempts. So now a 1-0, fakes the go again. This time it's in there for a called strike. 74-mile-per-hour change. Nestor has been really favoring that changeup so far today. He's only thrown the curveball, to my knowledge, once, and then sprinkles in his fastball. Now the runner goes on the 1-1. Throw down from Bailey to the second baseman in Smith, but it's not in time. Taken for a ball, and Miller will swipe second. Runner in scoring position. It's Trey Miller's 3rd stolen base on the year. Smith, the second baseman, caught the ball. It was a good backup by Hoppus. I couldn't quite tell if it had to go to Hoppus. It was a high throw, just couldn't tell if Smith could come down with it cleanly. Now the 2-1. Ball will miss downstairs, and it's ball 3. So Miller at second after the stolen base. It's a 3-1 count to Ryan Jenkins. Miller goes again. The throw down to third. The throw is in time. The tag is not in time on a called strike. So Miller swipes third now. Back-to-back stolen bases for the center fielder. And that's a big pitch because it puts into effect the sacrifice fly, which could give Carson-Newman the initial lead in this ballgame. It is a 3-2 count after the called strike to Jenkins. 3-2, the payoff. This one's hit into right field. It is caught by Hensley. Runner and Miller tags and goes. The throw is not in time, and it's a sacrifice fly to right field. So Miller comes in to score on the sac fly, and it's 1-0 Carson-Newman in the bottom of the third. Was a relatively shallow sacrifice fly. Ball only made it about 240 feet into the outfield, but it was enough to score Miller from third as it brings up the right fielder Spencer Williams with nobody aboard and one away. Swing and a miss for strike one. So Carson-Newman takes the early lead 1-0. Last game for Carson-Newman was a pitcher's duel. Here's a ground ball over to the shortstop Hoppus. The throw on to first is low, but again, Beber is able to reach down to make the catch to complete the putout, and Williams will ground out to short. First baseman Logan Floyd comes up to bat with 2 outs and nobody on. Oddly enough, that Ryan Jenkins sacrifice fly was the first play by an outfielder today from either offense. First pitch fouled off up the right field line. Hensley gives chase, but we'll watch it sail out of play. Chilly day in Mossy Creek. First pitch recorded at 37 degrees and cloudy, with the wind chill taking it down a whole 10 degrees to 27. Ball will miss away, and it's 1-1 strike. Was mentioning no game tomorrow due to rain projected in the area, then one game on Sunday between these two sides. The 1-1, this one's hit well. Center fielder Foley has a read, will reach up and make the catch. For the third out of the inning, Eagles strike for a run. Trey Miller, a hit by pitch, 2 stolen bases, and a sac fly drive them in. 1-0 Eagles over the Wasp on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Back here from Jefferson City, Tennessee, Carson-Newman and Emory and Henry battling in a doubleheader. This is game 1 of the doubleheader between these two sides to open their South Atlantic Conference seasons. Big day all across college baseball today. South Atlantic Conference openers are today. Division I has its opening day today. Just a lot going on across the world of college baseball. Well, we start off the 4th inning with the top of the batting order for Emory and Henry. Ryan Higgins has faced the minimum one time through the batting order. Jared Foley steps up to the plate after a ground out to shortstop, a pull to the left side for the right-handed hitting center fielder. First pitch from Higgins is called a strike on the outside portion of the plate, and the count is in Higgins' favor after one pitch, 0-1. The 0-1 delivery, check swing, just fouled off. Now 0-2, Foley has to protect with 2 strikes. Now an 0-2. The delivery taken just a bit too far outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, I mentioned that there will be no game tomorrow, but instead this series will resume on Sunday. Just learning within the last 20 minutes, softball is impacted as well. The 1-2 taken high, and it's a 2-2 count to Foley from Higgins. If you're just tuning in, top of the 4th, Carson-Newman leading 1-0. Now the 2-2 from Higgins. A big swing and a miss made him look silly. Just swung so early on that changeup. Was expecting fastball, got a changeup, and just was way out in front of it. So Foley strikes out swinging. It's the 3rd strikeout for Higgins today, and it brings up the right fielder Tristan Hensley. Just fouled off on a check swing. An unfortunate byproduct of checking your swing is that you still put the barrel into the strike zone, and that one connected, fouled off to the first base side where Emory and Henry's dugout is. Now the 0-1 from Higgins, chopping ball heading over to third. Gibson will pick it up at the shortstop position and throw on to first for the out. So 2 away. 11 straight have been retired as it brings up Steven Smith. He grounded out to third his last time up, batting .423 on the year. Well, softball impacted by the weather as well, as the first pitch from Higgins is in there for a called strike. Saturday, Carson-Newman was supposed to take on Young Harris and Georgia College. Both of those games now canceled due to weather in Greenwood, South Carolina. The 0-1, big swing and a miss for strike 2, was looking to send that one into the outfield, something that the Wasp batters have yet to do. Eight groundouts, 0 flyouts, and 3 strikeouts. The 0-2, another ground ball. This one picked up by Floyd, and a 3 unassisted ends the inning. 12 up, 12 down through 4 innings of play. We head to the bottom of the 4th next on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Back here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex here in Mossy Creek. Just over the left field wall, the actual banks of Mossy Creek for the name's sake. Carson-Newman coming up in the bottom of the 4th with a 1-0 lead, and leading things off is the designated hitter Tanner Kilgore, 0 for 1 today with a ground out to short. He'll take the first pitch just a touch outside, but into the zone for a called strike. According to TrackMan data, that one was off the plate. The 0-1 hit back up the middle. Tough play for the second baseman, Smith. He gloves it, throws on to first. An excellent play by the second baseman in Smith, who records the out and gets the nice assist. One away here in the bottom of the fourth. Just an excellent effort from the second baseman, Steven Smith, to get behind the second base bag. It looked like this was a chopping single up the middle. And instead he throws it on to first. Just in time, Beber made the glove for the out. First pitch swinging goes Nicholas Castellana. Diving try by Hoppus, the shortstop, but instead this one gets through the middle of the infield for a base hit. Castellana first pitch swinging, and he gets aboard with one away. Brings up the catcher, Cole Nathan. Grounded out to second his last time up. The push side for the right-handed hitting second baseman. Nathan will wait on the first offering from Jacob Nestor, who's back out for his fourth inning of work. He'll take the first pitch in there for a called strike. Going back to that changeup at 73. Now sets, fires on a ground ball. This could be two. Flipped onto second, over to short for one, over to first, and it's a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. Castellana out at second, and that's how the fourth will end. Carson-Newman holding on to a narrow 1-0 lead over Emory and Henry here on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopcneagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopcneagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopCneagles.com.
Back here from the Eagle Sports Network, Ryan Higgins has faced 12 batters, has set them all down. He's now through the second time through the batting order for Emory and Henry, taking on the 4-5-6 Jacob Beber, Caden Howell, and Jack Ferguson, first baseman, designated hitter, and third baseman. For the first time through the order against those three batters, 2 groundouts to second base and a strikeout. Jacob Beber had a home run on opening day, just one of 2 home runs hit by Emory and Henry so far this season. That was against Anderson on opening day. He's had 4 consecutive games in which he's recorded an RBI. Taking on Ryan Higgins. First pitch of the inning is taken for a called strike. 78-mile-per-hour change from Higgins. Hits the low portion of the zone at the knees for a called strike. So now an 0-1. Higgins sets, kicks and deals on a ground ball foul up the third baseline. And the first baseman is quickly behind in the count, 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, nobody aboard, top of the 5th. A ball gets away, check swing, appeal down. Who says he did, and now that's a drop third strike. Castellana picks it up, throws it on to first in time for the out. What an odd sequence. He checked his swing. In no world did he go around on that. First base umpire says he did. was standing in the batter's box, which gave Castellana more than enough time to collect and throw it onto first to complete the putout. What on earth? And that brings up the designated hitter, Caden Howell. On a ground ball heading over to short, picked up by Jenkins, throw onto Floyd is in time for the out. And after all of that, first pitch swinging and an out. Now, don't get me wrong. Umpires have one of the hardest jobs, constant complaints from players and coaches. But not even on Mars is that rule to swing. High pop-up into the shallow outfield. It is the center fielder in Miller who is there. The first put out by the Carson-Newman outfield today. Fly out to left center, 15 up, 15 down. We head to the bottom of the fifth next on the Eagle Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through auto owner's insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Back here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, Aiden Gibson set to lead things off here in the bottom of the fifth in a certified pitcher's duel. Jacob Nestor back out for his fifth inning of work. He's only allowed 3 hits so far, and the one run that he's allowed came in an inning where he did not allow a hit. Aiden Gibson is 1 for 1 today. He had a 2-out single back in the second. First pitch gets through the legs of Bailey on a ball that skips in the dirt. Gibson, a .423 batter, not quite the biggest fan of batting leadoff, batting .250. 1-0 ground ball heading over to short. Hoppus will pick it up. Throw on to first is in time for the ground out. So a ground out to short brings up Braxton Smith with one away. He grounded out to third his last time up. Waiting on the first delivery from Jacob Nestor on his 52nd pitch of the ballgame. It's in there for a called strike. Goes back to the fastball, a rare usage from Nestor. Now the 0-1 will find its way into the strike zone yet again. That time the big breaking ball. Nestor goes back to the curve. The 0-2 inside, and just catching a piece of it was Smith. It almost looked like it had the trajectory of was going to hit Smith's leg, but I don't think it was far enough inside, hence the swing and foul off. Nestor deals a ground ball heading over to second. Smith hustling down to first, but he won't beat the throw. Smith to Beber for the 4-3 ground out. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the fifth. Eagles scored a run in the third. That's the only run for either side to speak of. Carson-Newman, the only side with base runners aboard. Trey Miller was hit by a pitch. He later came around to score back in the third. First pitch swinging, popped up, foul territory. First baseman Beber loses it for a second and will reach up and make the catch for the quick out. Nothing doing for the Eagles in the bottom of the fifth. 5 innings complete. Still 1-0 Carson-Newman in the South Atlantic Conference opener on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeAndEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeAndEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Back here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, Ryan Higgins back out for his 6th inning of work. Cam Bailey, Matt Hill, and Jarrett Hoppus, all 3 of them grounded out to the left side of the infield back in the 3rd inning. Cam Bailey, a .214 batter on the year. Of the 3 batters due up this inning, he is the only batter with a base hit on the year. Bailey now 3 of 14, striking out 5 times in those 14 at-bats. Ryan Higgins on his 52nd pitch of the afternoon, foul ball on a check swing. So now the 0-1, a miss on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Higgins, second time through the order, has switched from favoring the fastball to now favoring the change. The 1-1 chopping ground ball over to third. That's a fair ball. Picked up by Gibson. Throw across the diamond. It is in time. What a throw from Aiden Gibson. Probably the longest throw you can make as an infielder. And is able to get the out. 16 up, 16 down. And it brings up Matt Hill. Hill 0 for 15 on the year. First pitch from Higgins will miss high for ball 1. That one squarely in the strike zone according to TrackMan data. And the 1-0 delivery is fouled off for strike 1. Hill in 15 trips to the plate has struck out 8 times. Has had at least 1 strikeout in every game he's played. He's played in 4 games for Emory and Henry. Now the 1-1 delivery taken high and away for ball 2. Higgins struggled with Hill last time up, worked a 3-0 count before battling back to a full count before Hill grounded out to third. Now the 2-1 delivery. It's inside, but this one's called a strike. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Second batter of the inning. Now time is called, and there's confusion between, I think, what the count is. The home plate umpire, Derek Gibson, had held up 2-2 about 4 times now and now resets the pitch clock. He had 2-2 the whole time, a swing and a miss, and Matt Hill goes down on strikes. 5th punch-out of the day for Ryan Higgins. And it brings up Jarrett Hoppus, The true freshman making just his second start for the Wops and second appearance overall. He is 0 for 2 in his collegiate career. First pitch shows bunt, pulls back on a ball that skips in the dirt for ball 1. That's the 60th pitch of the day for Ryan Higgins. In his 2 appearances so far, Higgins has been named Food City Player of the Game in both appearances thus far. The 1-0, that one missing high for ball 2. And at this point, for a young pitcher such as Higgins in just his sophomore season, there starts to become pressure in every pitch. 2-0, down the middle for a called strike 1. Carson-Newman holding on to a narrow 1-0 lead as a ball will miss on the inside part of the plate for ball 3. Went a little low as well, around knee-high for the shortstop Hoppus, and it's a hitter's count 3-1. Higgins flutters the glove, now sets and fires on a swing and a fly ball into foul territory on the right field side, and it's grabbed by Williams in foul territory for the out. 18 up, 18 down. Ryan Higgins, wheeling and dealing through 6 complete. Eagles coming up to bat in the bottom of the 6th when we return on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Back here from the Eagles Sports Network, top of the batting order due up for Carson-Newman, Ryan Jenkins, Spencer Williams, and Logan Floyd. That combined part of the batting order, 1 for 4 today. Called strike on the inside part of the plate against Jacob Nestor. Nestor back out for his 6th inning of work, and why not? He's only had 57 pitches so far and only allowed 3 hits. Pitch on the outside part of the plate for a called strike, and it's now 0-2. Nestor's pitch count has been kept really low. A fly ball heading over to right field. Hensley is there. Will reach up and make the catch, and there's one gone here in the 6th. Second time Ryan Jenkins has flown out to right. The other time was on a sacrifice fly that scored Trey Miller. Spencer Williams steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 after a sacrifice bunt back in the 1st and grounded out to short over in the 3rd. Ball taken low, and it's a 1-0 count. Four straight have been retired, and if you want to count the double play ball, getting rid of Nicholas Castellana has a sharply hit ground ball heading over to second. Smith will fire onto Beber, and there's 2 away as it brings up Logan Floyd. So Nicholas Castellana singled back in the 4th, was then chopped out on a double play ball hit into by Cole Nathan. If you want to include that as facing the minimum, then Nestor has retired 11 straight batters. Floyd will take a first pitch ball outside. The last batter to reach, of course, being Castellana. who was then out on that double play. The last Carson-Newman batter to reach and not be ruled out on that same trip around the bases. Well, here it is on a hit by pitch by Logan Floyd on a 1-0 count and a runner's aboard. But then you have to go back to the previous hit by pitch, Trey Miller, who then stole second and third and came in to score on the Ryan Jenkins sac fly. Eagles played small ball to get that one run. A hit by pitch, two stolen bases within the same at bat before Ryan Jenkins was able to float one out to shallow right, which was deep enough to score Miller from third. Tanner Kilgore, first pitch he sees is taken for a called strike outside. A 2-out hit by pitch puts Floyd at first base. Pickoff over to first, but back in safely is Floyd. Kilgore batting above 350 with runners aboard. Another pickoff over to first, but Floyd is in safely, 2 disengagements in a row from Nestor. Look over to first base to look at Floyd again. This time Floyd takes off but fakes it before pulling back into first on a ball taken low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's mind games being played by Logan Floyd. A ball and a strike. The deal from Nestor. This one's hit well towards left center field. That one will drop in for a base hit. Eagles go station to station. The throwback to second threatens Floyd back to the bag. First base hit for the Eagles in a couple of innings. It's Kilgore at first, Floyd at second for Nicholas Castellana, who has to take off a whole host of catcher's equipment before stepping into the batter's box. And time is called, as now the catcher, Cam Bailey, wants to come out and have a talk with Jacob Nestor. Nestor, 66 pitches on the day so far. Could be wrong here, but this appears to be the most pitched inning for Jacob Nestor thus far. It's the first inning in which he has allowed 2 base runners to reach in the same frame. Both of them for the Eagles have come with 2 outs. Four hits for the Eagles, 2 runners aboard, bottom of 6 in a 1-0 ball game. Nestor deals the first offering to Castellana down the heart of the plate for a called strike. Really found the strike zone, but it was in the low and away portion of the zone, and Castellana decided to take it. It was called a strike. The 0-1. Again, called a strike, same location. On a 72-mile-per-hour curveball from Jacob Nestor. 2 curveballs on the lower away portion of the plate. Castellana has taken both for strikes. 0-2 with 2 away and 2 runners aboard. The delivery is hit high in the air towards right field. Hensley keeps going back, but will find it in his glove just shy of the warning track. Eagles can't cash in on 2 base runners. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. Through 2/3 of our ball game today, 6 complete. Carson-Newman 1, Emory and Henry 0 on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Well, fans here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex have been treated to an excellent pitching performance from Ryan Higgins, who's back out for now his 7th inning of work. He has 64 pitches on his day. 18 up, 18 down, entering the 7th inning for the 3rd time through the Wasp batting order. Jared Foley, Tristan Hensley, Steven Smith all coming to the plate. Steven Smith, the 3-hole batter for Emory and Henry, with the highest batting average on the team. He's in the hole as we start the 7th inning with Jared Foley. He's grounded out to short and struck out. 65th pitch of the day from Ryan Higgins is a ball low and away. And the 7th inning will start for Emory and Henry with a ball. Foley had a 2-for-3 series against Francis Marion in the Wasp last series. Ball will miss outside again. 2 balls and no strikes. Emory and Henry looking to gather any semblance of offense. They've trailed 1-0 since the 3rd. Ball taken well inside, and now it's a 3-0 count to Jared Foley. Higgins needs a strike here on the 3-0 delivery. It's taken high, and that's the first base runner of the day for Emory and Henry. But a round of applause is due to Ryan Higgins. 6 perfect innings, and now allows his first base runner on a 4-pitch walk, and it will bring up Tristan Hensley. So Foley will take the lead off of first base. Hensley now stands in after 4 straight balls. Pickoff back to first. Higgins trying to get some revenge, but it won't come up in his favor as Floyd doesn't even apply the tag. The first pitch is a pitch high on a pitch out. Castellana got up, looked over to first, but nothing doing from Foley. Now the 1-0 ground ball hit sharply foul up the third base line. 70 pitches on the day for Ryan Higgins. Still dealing in 6 perfect innings. Deserves his flowers here on Valentine's Day. Pickoff over to first. Floyd back in safely. Make that Foley back in safely. Floyd holding him on. One ball, one strike. Runner goes, but it's a hit and run. Fly ball hit over into right field. Diving out, making the catch is Williams. The throwback to first, trying to double up Foley, is not in time. But an excellent effort out in right field gets Tristan Hensley out on a diving play by Spencer Williams. An excellent play by the Eagles' right fielder brings up Steven Smith. 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out to third and a ground out to first, so hit it to the 2 corner infielders. Foley still stands at first, is lucky not to be doubled up, and another pickoff from Higgins. And no tag from Floyd as Foley gets back in easily. Foley, 2 stolen bases on 3 attempts this year. Does have some speed as the leadoff runner. Second disengagement in a row will result in another safe call. This time Floyd does apply the tag on Foley. Another pickoff. Back in safely is Foley. That's 3 straight from Higgins. South Atlantic Conference getting into conference play today. Of course, Emory and Henry and Carson-Newman facing off here. Pitch out will go for ball 1, really trying to keep Foley at bay. It was a hit and run on the Hensley at-bat. It's another pickoff. The 4th of this at-bat, but Foley safe yet again. Limestone and Lincoln Memorial facing off against each other. The 1-0 is outside for ball 2. 2-0 count to Stephen Smith. Anderson, Catawba facing off at 3 o'clock. Tusculum, Newberry, UVA Wise, and Wingate, the conference games today. 2-0 runner goes, it comes inside and will hit him in the shoulder. Stephen Smith will reach on a hit by pitch. Foley advances to second regardless despite the stolen base attempt. So now 2 runners aboard, and Tom Griffin will come out to the mound. The infield comes in, and wonder if this is the day for Ryan Higgins. Griffin gets out to the mound, won't be taking the ball from Higgins, just having a conversation. Higgins' pitch count relatively low for this point in the ballgame. 74 pitches, 44 of them have gone for strikes. And it brings up Jacob Beber, who's 0 for 2, standing on deck. Well, really coming up to the plate as soon as this mound visit is over from Tom Griffin. Now Derek Gibson, the home plate umpire, coming out to break up the mound visit. It is the only coach's mound visit that Carson-Newman is allowed to use this inning. And if the coaching staff comes in again, it will be to remove Higgins from this ballgame. Eagles 1, Wasps 0, top of the 7th inning. Higgins looks back towards second, now fires a big swing and a miss from the first pitch from Jacob Beber. Speed on the base paths for Emory and Henry. The 0-1, another big swing and a miss from Beber. He did strike out his last time up. And now he's down in the count 0-2. Beber, a .348 batter. Now facing an 0-2 count. This one gets away, and on a wild pitch, runners will advance to second and third. Turns into a 1-2 count, but now the go-ahead run for Emory and Henry is standing in scoring position with just one away. It's a 1-2 count with Caden Howell, the designated hitter, standing on deck. Suddenly, the Eagles are in a jam. 1-2, cuts inside and will miss high and tight. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Big pitch for Higgins here on the 2-2. It's a swing and a miss into Castellana's glove. Beber will strike out, and there's 2 away here in the top of the 7th. 6th strikeout of the ball game for Ryan Higgins. Second time that he's gotten Beber to swing and miss for a strikeout. And it brings up the designated hitter. Caden Howell has grounded out to the middle infield twice today, 1 to short, 1 to second. First pitch in there for a called strike. 77-mile-per-hour change from Higgins that finds the plate around thigh high on the outside portion of the batter's box, or of home plate, I should say. Now the 0-1. A chopping ground ball picked up by the shortstop Jenkins. Throw on to first is in time for the out. Stops a run from scoring. 7th inning stretch in a pitcher's duel. 1-0. Carson-Newman leads, trying to grab some insurance when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Cole Nathan, Aiden Gibson, and Braxton Smith due up this inning. That combined portion of the batting order, a combined 1 of 6 today with the lone base hit belonging to Aiden Gibson, who's due up second in this frame. Still on the mound for Emory and Henry is Jacob Nestor. I mean, talk about a true pitcher's duel. Both starting pitchers have worked into the 7th inning. Ryan Higgins has gotten through it. Jacob Nestor to be determined. On his 70th pitch of the afternoon, first pitch will miss away for ball 1. 70 pitches for Jacob Nestor, 49 of them have been strikes. Great strike ratio for Nestor. A ball will miss low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. And it's a true battle of the aces. Nestor, the lone pitcher on this Emory and Henry staff with a winning decision on the year for the 1-5 Wasps. The 2-0 lifted foul and out of play. Cole Nathan with 2 groundouts to second base. One of them was a traditional groundout. The other turned into a 4-6-3 double play. 2-1, chopped foul. 4 strike 2. Carson-Newman 1 run on 4 hits, no errors, have left 4 on base. Emory and Henry looking for their first of everything. Ball will miss and skip into the dirt from the left-handed batter's box to the right-handed hitting Nathan. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The only category that Emory and Henry does have a stat in is left on base, left 2 in the top half of this inning. 3-2, called strike 3. And Nathan is set down on strikes somehow, some way in the 7th inning. That is the first strikeout today for Jacob Nestor. So Nathan strikes out looking, and it brings up Aiden Gibson, the third baseman, 1 for 2. Gibson waits on the first offering, and that one's called a strike on the outside portion of the plate. That curveball, according to TrackMan, missing the strike zone, but called a strike from Derek Gibson. The 0-1, big swing and a miss for strike 2. I think I saw a stat after Carson-Newman's last game against Trevecca Nazarene, looking at the advanced TrackMan statistics, that umpires were 86% accurate this season. The 0-2, fly ball hit over to right. Hensley will reach up, and he makes the easy grab. Barely had to move from his position. And with 2 gone, it brings up Braxton Smith. The 8-hole batter has grounded out to second, grounded out to third. 0 for 2 today. First pitch to Smith. Comes inside and misses for ball 1. Has yet to get a base hit this year with 2 outs on the board. 1-0 delivery. Chopper just foul on his 80th pitch for Jacob Nestor, who's worked his ERA down from a 3.97 at the start of today's game down to a 3 even. One. Finds the zone upstairs for a called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and nobody on. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Carson-Newman trailing by the leading by the thinnest of margins, 1-0. The 1-2 delivery, Chopper, fair ball up the third base line. Ferguson will throw on to first, and it is in time for the out. So 3 up, 3 down in the Eagles' 7th. It's still a 1-0 ball game as we head to the 8th. Next on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Back here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, a new arm on the hill for Carson-Newman. Jackson Underwood, the transfer from Middle Tennessee State, relieves Ryan Higgins after 7 no-hit innings from the starting pitcher for Carson-Newman. Jackson Underwood, a great pitcher in his own right, pitched 4 innings against Trevecca Nazarene in Carson-Newman's last game in relief. Did not allow a run. Did allow 4 hits on his line, however. 2 of those came in his first inning of work, then was pretty much locked down through the remainder of his appearance. The junior from Murfreesboro pitched in his hometown at Middle Tennessee State before transferring over to Carson-Newman. He'll have to take on Jack Ferguson, Cam Bailey, and Matt Hill. Underwood played 2 seasons at Middle Tennessee State, had 10 appearances last season and as many innings for the Blue Raiders. His first pitch is a called strike down low to Jack Ferguson. A swing and a miss, and Underwood wheeling and dealing. I think Emory and Henry was excited to see that Ryan Higgins was no longer on the mound, but Jackson Underwood, probably the best reliever out of the pen. The 0-2 chopped foul up the third base line. Underwood also pitched against King in the opening series on opening day, pitched 2 innings against the Tornado. The 0-2 chopped foul up the third base line yet again. 4 pitches, all of them have been for strikes, only 2 showing on the board. Ryan Higgins pitched 6 perfect innings. Carson-Newman has never had a perfect game. The 0-2 called strike 3, and Underwood will start his appearance by ringing up Jack Ferguson. 7th strikeout as a staff for Carson-Newman today. First for Underwood, as it now brings up Cam Bailey, the catcher. Oh, hold on a second. We have a pinch hitter coming in for E&H. As this is number 99, Gregoire. So he comes in as a pinch hitter And takes the first pitch outside for ball one is Gregoire. Gregoire replaces Bailey, takes the second pitch of his at-bat for a called strike. The 1-1 hit back up the middle, and that is the first base hit of the day. Oh, hold on a second. Got him out over at first base. So 2 outs in the frame. So a 6-3 ground out. This will now bring up another pinch hitter in number 12, Clay Caldwell, the junior from Salem, Virginia, out of Glenver High School. And a first pitch ball or called strike on the outside part of the plate for the left-handed hitting batter in Clay Caldwell. He'll swing and miss for strike 2. A high hit ball heading over foul up the left field line, still an 0-2 count. Now the 0-2. Check swing and called a ball, no appeal. And now appealing down, no swing. Counts now a ball and 2 strikes. Another ball will miss outside. Apologies on the previous call. Thought that one trickled into the outfield, but instead it was gloved by Jenkins, who threw it onto first. Kept Emory and Henry from getting its first hit of the day. Foul ball will go back and keep the count at 2-2. So a called strike, then a swing. Foul, ball, and foul go the sequence. And a called strike will set Caldwell, the pinch hitter, down on strikes. So through 8 innings, Emory and Henry still looking for its first hit. Carson-Newman gets one more opportunity to add some insurance runs before the top of the 9th when we return on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Jacob Nestor out for now his 8th inning of work. Emory and Henry certainly likes their arm. Trey McCall, the head coach for Emory and Henry, keeping him out there. 83rd pitch of his appearance is taken for a ball after Miller shows bunt. Couple of defensive changes as well. Kai Gregoire is still in the ballgame. He will take over as catcher. Meanwhile, Clay Caldwell is now the new left fielder. A ground ball hit foul up the third baseline. So a ball and a strike. The delivery is a bunt down the third base line, but foul. And now that strategy just becomes a lot riskier for Trey Miller with 2 strikes. If he bunts foul for a third time in this at-bat, it does go down as a strikeout, not a 2-strike foul ball. Carson-Newman 1, Emory and Henry 0. The 1-2. This one's lifted towards left field. Bermuda triangle, and the shortstop can't get there. And racing up to second base is Trey Miller with a bloop double to left field. Miller will double after it was a diving try by Hoppus, the shortstop. He couldn't quite get there. The ball fell in, and it just seemed like nobody for Emory and Henry was willing to pick up the ball and make a play. Miller then advanced to second. 5th hit of the day for Carson-Newman, and now Trey McCall will come out to the mound. We'll see if this is it for Jacob Nestor after 86 pitches. Doesn't appear to be. No action from the Emory and Henry bullpen down the right field line. So a quick mound visit. Umpires don't even need to break things up. And it brings to the plate Ryan Jenkins, the leadoff batter, who's 1 for 2 today. Single, sac fly, and a flyout. First pitch, high and inside, nearly bit him on the shoulder. Instead it goes for ball 1. Nestor approaching 90 pitches on his appearance. Very rare to see at the collegiate level. The 1-0 cuts its way inside on a slow breaking ball for a called strike. 71-mile-per-hour curveball. Jenkins decided to hold off. Nestor, the junior from Hillsville, Virginia, and the transfer from Bluefield State, has dealt today. He'll step off. Carson-Newman asking for a balk, but won't get the call. Have not seen a balk this season for Carson-Newman baseball, defensively or offensively. The 1-1 fouled off up the right field line, and it's now a 2-strike count for Ryan Jenkins. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th, 1-0 Carson-Newman. The Eagles looking for insurance. They've held a 1-run lead since the bottom of the 3rd. It's all zeros on the scoreboard. One-two. Hit well towards left field. Caldwell turns his back. The center fielder Foley will drop it. And in to score is Trey Miller after he thought he had to tag up. Play at the plate, but he's safe. And it's a trade places. Jenkins will double to left center field. It drives in Miller. And I thought that Miller was already on his horse. He had held up to see if he needed to tag up and then sprinted from second base home. The ball had beat him to the plate. The tag from Gregoire was late and ruled safe at the plate as Trey Miller. That extends and doubles Carson-Newman's lead. It's now 2-0. Back-to-back doubles brings up Spencer Williams, who is showing bunt. Corner infield comes in on a pitch out well away for ball 1 on the 91st pitch of the appearance for Jacob Nestor. New question is, will he get to 100? He's 9 pitches away from that. The 1-0 fouled back. And that's strike 1. You also have to think that there's some strategy included for Trey McCall and assistant coaches John Cusco and Trip Benson. of you have a second game of this doubleheader. You need to save some arms, but the Wasps have only used one pitcher today, and it's starter Jacob Nestor. The 1-1 offering is swung over the top and missed for strike 2. If Emory and Henry fails to score or match Carson-Newman's run total in the top of the ninth, and Nestor gets through this, it would be a complete game for Nestor. Of course, if that happens as well, he'd take a losing decision. 1-2 is swung on and missed, and Williams will go down on strikes. Second strikeout for Nestor on the ballgame. The first of which came last inning to Cole Nathan, as it now brings up Logan Floyd. Dancing at second is Jenkins. The first pitch to Floyd is taken low for ball 1. Second game of this doubleheader, scheduled to start at 3 o'clock. We will finish with our game well before then. It's just a question of, will it be the standard 30-minute break, as a foul ball will push the count to 1-1, or will that time and 3 o'clock start be awarded, since it was already put into the schedule? I would have to assume it was the former of those two options. One ball, one strike, one out for batter number 11, with one aboard. The 1-1. Ground ball picked up by the shortstop in Hope Hoppus, who throws it on to third in time for the out. So it is a fielder's choice over to the shortstop, and Jenkins is out on the play. 2 gone with a runner at first. And it looks like we will have a pinch runner here for Logan Floyd. And it's Luke Goforth pinch running over at first for Logan Floyd. Tanner Kilgore stepping into the batter's box with 2 away. Goforth now at first. The first pitch to Kilgore is a check swing that's fouled off for strike 1. Now the 0-1. Runner still at first is Goforth. Ground ball back up the middle. That will be a base hit on the 99th pitch of the day for Jacob Nestor. Second hit of the inning, and it will bring up Nicholas Castellana. Runners are at first and second. 7th hit of the day for Carson-Newman. Castellana, a .458 batter on the year. He is 1 for 3 today. First offering taken low for ball 1 to Castellana on pitch number 100 on the day for Jacob Nestor. He'll have a well-deserved week off, probably about 3 days, I would imagine, 3 to 4 days before he even thinks about throwing a bullpen. The 1-0 inside, and that hit him. Nicholas Castellana hit in the wrist. Castellana up to first, Kilgore up to second. Goforth, the pinch runner, will advance to third, and the bases are loaded for Cole Nathan. And I think the intention with 2 outs is to try to get him that complete game, and I'm immediately proven wrong as Trey McCall comes out to have a call to the bullpen. The day for Jacob Nestor will end after 101 pitches. 71 of them have been for strikes, and was dealing through this entire ball game. Prior to this 8th inning, the only run that he allowed came in an inning where he did not allow a base hit. The round of applause and standing O is due for Jacob Nestor, as we'll let you know who the new Wasp pitcher is when we come back on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear, shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeAndEagles.com.
Avery Sawyer takes the mound for Emory and Henry. The right-handed pitching junior out of Thaxton, Virginia, transferred from Patrick and Henry Community College, so from Patrick and Henry to Emory and Henry. Sawyer has pitched in one game so far, took a losing decision in relief against Francis Marion last weekend. Pitched 2 1/3, allowed 3 hits and 3 runs, has worked his ERA up to an 11.57 against the Patriots in his lone appearance out of the pen so far. He inherits a bases-loaded situation with Castellana at first, Kilgore at second, Luke Goforth, the pinch runner, standing at third. Goforth came in for Logan Floyd, the first baseman who reached via a fielder's choice. Nathan 1 for 3 this year with the bases loaded. So Avery Sawyer steps in, toes the rubber for E&H. Jacob Nestor, the starting pitcher, going 7 2/3. First offering is a called strike on the inside part of the plate to Cole Nathan, 0-1. Bases loaded, bottom of the 8th inning. Carson-Newman has scored a run in this frame to extend the lead to 2-0. The 0-1. This one's hit down the right field line. That will drop in for a fair ball. A few RBIs for Cole Nathan. 2 runs are in to score. Heading all the way home is Castellana. Heading to third with a triple is Cole Nathan. Nathan will triple down the right field line. It's a bases clearing 3 RBI triple, and it's now 5-0 Carson-Newman. After leading this ball game 1-0 throughout the majority of this game, the Eagles strike for 4 here in the bottom of the 8th to get some well-needed and well-deserved insurance runs. And it now brings up Aiden Gibson. First pitch swinging, that's a single up the middle, and another run will score as Nathan cashes in on his triple. 6-0 Carson-Newman on the 9th hit of the day. And it brings up Braxton Smith as the 9th batter of this inning. Sawyer has pitched 3 pitches, has gotten rocked. Already has a run on his line. Runner goes on a pitch inside. 4 pitches. Has allowed a single, a triple, and now a hit batter. Gibson will push into scoring position, and the Eagles have batted around. We'll get a pinch hitter coming in for Carson. No, excuse me, this is still Trey Miller. Apologies. So Smith hit with the pitch. Bases are at first and second. Open spot at third. First pitch comes inside and missing for ball one to Trey Miller, who is 1 for 2 today. Fouled out, doubled earlier this inning, and was also hit by a pitch. One 0. Looked low, but it called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Trey Miller. Six to nothing. Carson-Newman leading. Bottom of the 8th after a 5 spot and a crooked number. Sawyer deals inside, and that's taken for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. An unfortunate end to the day for Jacob Nestor, the starting pitcher for ENH, ends with 4 earned runs, despite getting through 7 innings with just 1. The 2-1, that one skips off the pitcher's mound. Coming in to score from second base is Aiden Gibson. The throw will be cut off by the pitcher, and it's an RBI single up the middle for Trey Miller. 7-0, Carson-Newman in front. And Ryan Jenkins, we're back to the top of the batting order. For Trey Miller, it's his second hit of the inning. Braxton Smith gets up to second base, so still runners at first and second with 2 away. First pitch to Jenkins will miss outside for ball 1. Next pitch will be the 10th of the appearance in relief for Avery Sawyer. Touchdown for the Eagles with an extra point. 7-0 the lead. 1-0, that one missing high for ball 2. There is technically a spot to put the runner. Third base bag is open, but a walk would bring up Spencer Williams, who is 0 for 3 today. Wasp trying to get out of a jam in a nightmare 8th inning. The 2-0 called a strike down low. 80-mile-per-hour pitch from Avery Sawyer. And a pitch taken low for ball 3. Now the 3-1, that one missing high, and that's ball 4. Jenkins is at first, Miller is at second, Smith is at third, and the bases are loaded for Spencer Williams. First walk of the day for Emory and Henry as a staff. The first pitch is a called strike on the outside part of the plate to Spencer Williams. Now the 0-1, just a bit too far outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the 1-1. This one's hit well towards left field. Caldwell, who came in as a pinch hitter, will reach up and make the catch. For the third out of the inning, the damage more than done. 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Bases are left loaded for Carson-Newman, but a crooked number put up. It's 7-0 as we head to the top of the 9th with a chance to chase history for the Eagles.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through auto owner's insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Back here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, a chance to chase history for Carson-Newman. By the way, a couple defensive changes to tell you about before we get the ninth inning underway. Luke Goforth, who came in as a pinch runner, will remain at first base. Frankie Delgado, now the catcher for the Eagles. Carson-Newman as a pitching staff looking to do something that they have not done in 15 years. As the first batter in Jared Hoppus will step into the batter's box. He's 0 for 2 today. He will take his third at bat and his first against the reliever, Jackson Underwood. First pitch is a base hit into left center field. And the fun in the ninth inning did not last long. Hoppus will break up the combined no-hitter. And it brings up Foley. So a runner at first, a called strike down the heart of the plate for strike one. It's the first hit of the day for Emory and Henry. No runs on one hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. The 0-1 bouncing ball up the middle, picked up by the shortstop Jenkins. The throw onto first is in time for the 6-3 double play. Emory and Henry down to its final out, and it will bring up Tristan Hensley. Hensley waits, takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. A big swing and a miss. That's the first strike of the at-bat. Carson-Newman looking to earn a victory in game 1 of this doubleheader. Ground ball foul, and the Wasps are down to their final strike of the first game in South Atlantic Conference play. Hard hit ball heading over to right field. Williams is underneath it. He will make the glove for the final out. Carson-Newman completes a one-hitter, and it's reason to celebrate. Ryan Higgins, player of the game through 6 perfect innings, then allowed a runner in the 7th. Underwood comes in, shuts down the Wasp in the 8th, allows just the single hit in the 9th, and that's how this ball game will end. 7-inning game coming up next between Emory and Henry and Carson-Newman. Stay tuned on the Eagle Sports Network. Final score one more time, Carson-Newman 7, Emory and Henry 0.